What's up, you guys? We are back at Goodwill. I would go to yard sales, but I went to one and then we've had like a cold snap and I haven't been able to go back because there just aren't any good ones. So I'm gonna wait until things warm up. But in the meantime, you guys know I love thrifting and I love taking you along. So I was here not that long ago and it had really good stuff. So I'm kind of hoping I strike gold twice, but maybe I'm getting like too optimistic about it. All right, so these LL Bean fleeces like this actually do tend to sell like really well. This one's $7, so I'm not expecting like the biggest return ever. It's the style that sells well, and it's only $7. It should flip. It should flip for like, I don't know, I'm thinking $30. At the lowest, like 25. So yeah, I'll go ahead and grab it. So I'm here in the jacket section. And I see these Burton pants for only $8. And these are really so clean. When they're in good condition like this, you can expect like, I mean, anywhere from $40 to $50 to $60. So yeah, I will happily grab them. So over here in the hat section, what do we find? I mean, I spotted this and was like, this looks like Lulu. I don't know why. Like, I immediately sensed it. But there you go. For $2, I will happily pick that up. And then here, I'm on the fence about this Marmot full zip. There is a listing on eBay for $38 for this exact sweater. I do think it's better than like the soft shell windbreaker types, but I do have a hard time moving this brand. So I'm just gonna go ahead and be on the fence about it. I might change my mind. Okay, so over here in the dress section, I could not help but stop and pause at this Little Mermaid dress. Sorry, it's really loud. This is Disney, and it's like an older tag. I was like, I gotta look it up. This might be something.
No, look.
So I look it up, and I see a sold comp for $50. I mean, $32. I think it's like worth the risk. What is it? It's $7. I kind of can't help myself if I see a comp that good. So let's grab it. I know I said before, like, I don't love selling dresses, and that remains true, but that one does seem to have like some kind of like following behind it, so I'm gonna go ahead and risk it. And it's like smaller, so it's gonna be easier to photograph. I just hate when I have to pull out like the mannequin and like hang it. It's just kind of annoying. So that's kind of my thinking behind that. I do sell dresses, but I try to have a really good reason as to like why I pick one up. So I am picky with Madewell. These are the perfect vintage jean, and they're in a really good size, a size I don't see very often, a 37, which is just much more accessible. And so, yeah, I think these will have the demand to help them move, and they're $8. So I think I could sell them, at least from what I know in the past, for like, I don't know, like 35 or 40. So yeah, we'll go ahead and grab these. Okay, so I have picked up this brand. You've seen me pick up this brand before. This is Prana. But these are some like crop pants. These just like don't move for me. They sell for like resale value, $15 at most. These are $7, so that's not worth it.
It's not worth it, sweetie.
There's another brand I picked up in the past, Jamie Saddock. It's like a golf brand. I've had the hardest time. It's even though like resale value looks good, I've had the hardest time moving it. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave both of those behind today. Also, I know it's so much like more fun when TJ can go with me. The issue is he has this crazy thing called a real job where like he's so busy, and you know, Crew is a toddler now, so it's just so busy at our house. But I'm really hopeful that once garage sale season really picks up, he can come with me a lot more often, and we'll just like get a babysitter for the kids. So I'm hoping you guys will see more of him in the future, but thank you for still sticking with me, even though this is just a one-woman operation most of the time. Okay, so over here in the pants section, I'm seeing these Athleta Farallon joggers, and I think they're like kind of cute. They're new enough, or I don't know, in style enough, casual enough, that I think they'll sell. I do see like, I don't know, 35, 25. They're only $5, so I think it's just worth it to kind of grab and see what happens. And if anything, I'll just keep them for a while and then I'll sell them. But yeah, let's go ahead and take it. I wanted to take a quick break from the thrift to talk to you guys about vendue. You guys know that recently, a few months ago, I made the switch to vendue as my main cross-posting platform. I absolutely love it. There's so many robust features, auto delister being like the main draw for me. I just have way too much going on to constantly be checking back and forth between Poshmark and eBay to see what is sold and what hasn't. And vendue lets you auto delist items that have sold on one platform so that you're not risking selling them on another. Love that. But vendue has become even more robust than ever before because they are the only cross-posting platform that now has full integration with Whatnot. You guys know I've loved selling on Whatnot. I've sold so many items there, and I've always kind of wished that there was some way I could get some of my eBay listings over on Whatnot to do live auction, take some of my fun Lululemon stuff or Nike or like more collectible stuff, put it on Whatnot for like a quick auction with you guys. But it would be really hard because in the past I'd have to like manually delist it from eBay and then take my own pictures and put it into Whatnot, and it would just take forever. So this just completely eliminates any hassle whatsoever. You can cross-post all of your items to Whatnot, some of your items to Whatnot, either auction style or as like the buy it now. This new feature makes me so excited to list on Whatnot again and to sell on Whatnot again, because that was one of my main hangups, was like cross-posting my items or just easily getting stuff that I've already photographed and like put a title in for over to Whatnot, and now it's just easier than ever. So along with Whatnot and the auto delister, which we talked about, which I love, I'm a huge fan of, vendue has even more features. They have analytics for both of your stores, any of your stores really that you post to. It can delist items and relist items so that you kind of give your store a little refresh, which we all need every now and then for like stale listings. You can sign up for vendue today using the link in my description. Just go ahead and click on that link and it'll sign you up, and you can have all of these great features yourselves. And you get 25% off your first month when you use my link. So go in the description and click there. Thank you again to vendue for sponsoring this portion of the video. And now let's jump back into thrifting. Hey, you guys, here in the shirt section, look at this. Check this out. Segments merino wool. 1, 2, 3. These are $5 each. I will happily lot these together and sell them all for like $60. You can see comps are very good, like even up to 35, 40, 25. So yeah, I think lotting them together, selling them for 60 is very, very reasonable. So yeah, very exciting to find that. And they're all clearly the same size from the same person. And that's definitely like a mini pro tip, I would say. If something's 100% merino wool, definitely look twice, because that Kuiu shirt, Kuiu shirt that I found last time is 100% merino wool, and I had a ton of comments from you guys saying it's like a really good brand, good sell through, and I was really excited to find it. So I looked twice because of that merino wool fabric. So Smart Wool is another brand that does that a lot, and sells really well. So yeah, just something to think about when you're at the thrift. Double check that merino wool. Okay, so here in the blouse section, this is Lamb. Lamb is Gwen Stefani's brand. I don't know if like she still produces it or whatever, but I've sold bags, I've sold boots in this brand, and it sells really well. I wanted to double check because you never know. Sometimes purses sell well for one brand and then the blouses don't sell and vice versa. But I do see like a sold comp of like 40 for something similar. So I say we just go for it. It's only $5. Okay, I see Jennifer Lopez clothing all the time. Cool. Did anybody watch her, what was it, documentary? I would love to hear your thoughts. I will refrain from commenting, but it's interesting. I'll just put it that way. Cool. You know what's sad is I used to be able to sell Madewell for like so much money, and I just can't move it these days unless it's a very specific style or type. This sweater here, it's from 2021, so it's more recent and it is in really good condition, but like I just don't have tons of faith that it'll sell. So I'm really sad because this probably retails for, I don't know, well over $100. But yeah, I just don't think it'll move. So here in the leggings section, I've got some Alpha Elite. I believe these are actually men's. Some men's like jogger leggings. And the men's actually tend to do a little bit better than the women's, I think. So we've got, I mean, that one's not the same style. I'm gonna have to look up the exact style, but I think I should easily get, I don't know, between 25 and 30. All right, so even though, you know, it's faded, the tag's faded, This is Roan. Clearly just needs to be washed. Yeah, this is Roan, which you guys know I picked up at that yard sale that had like all kinds of Roan. I love picking up this brand. It sells really, really well. Yeah, like just 30 bucks. 25 to 30 is a pretty safe bet for this. So let's go ahead and grab it. So it's kind of a bummer because these are Gymshark. They used to sell great for me, but the joggers don't sell for like more than 15 or 20 these days. And these are 5. So I don't know. I don't want them to sit forever. So we're just going to leave them behind. But at one point in time, that was a great brand to pick up. R.I.P. Okay, so right up here, we have some Oral Bean. They're 10 bucks, but these are the quilted, what are they called? Oh, the Mountain Classic quilted ankle boot. And I think these will sell for like, 40. They're in like clean condition. So yeah, let's go for it. Okay, so I'm seeing in the men's section this XXL rails, like men's kind of like a super soft flannel button down. Great size. Rails is a very expensive brand. It can be a bit slow moving these days. I do see an ended listing on eBay for $50. I don't know if that meant it sold somewhere else, but I see good enough comps, and I've sold this brand enough that I'm very confident that it will sell well. And it's only, what is it, $6. So I say it's kind of a no-brainer. So this is really a bummer because I do love selling this brand, Johnny-O. Retails for 138 bucks. It's only $6, but it has a custom embroidery on it, which I could, for a patient, I could try to remove it, but I just don't want to go to the hassle. Very sad to leave this behind because it would have been a really cool pickup. So something I'm always looking for that I have never found since I found it at a yard sale years ago is a brand called Dixon with 2 X's. Sells so well. It's like a very unassuming looking flannel, but I found a bunch of them at a yard sale for $1 each. I've never been that lucky since, but keep your eyes peeled for it. If you ever find it, I wish you the best, and I'm going to send all the good luck to you guys because it's a very fast mover, and it sells for like over $100. Okay, here we go. Theory does not sell very well for women for me, but I sold a pair of men's pants, and this is the newer tag, for like very quickly for 50 bucks. So this is in excellent condition, and it's a really simple top, but let's look up comps to be sure. All right, yeah, so 30 or 40 I think is fairly good estimate. So I'm so happy to find this. Okay, we have some vintage Carhartt here. I love Carhartt, especially in a good size and especially vintage. So very excited to find that. What's so sad is this brand, Untuck It, it retails for a lot. It used to be a huge bolo. Despite this has stains on it, but still, like, comps have gone way down. Like 14, 19, 10. It's such a bummer because this was such a cool find back in the day, but darn it. So I can't help but look in the like water bottle section these days to look for like a Stanley. I do see a Hydro Flask, which these are very expensive, but it's very, very worn. And I would only sell it if it's like new. But I know there's like a craze for Stanley mugs right now. So I'm just looking for like, if there's like a color, a style, it might be interesting, but there's not. So I do see this Starbucks tumbler. This is from, I think, spring of 2023. It's selling new for 20, so it's not really worth grabbing. But there was a time when I found like I think it was metallic something Starbucks mug. It sold for 50 bucks, no straw, pre-owned. So I do still look and see if like I ever kind of find one like it again.
I love Starbucks.
Okay, so this is kind of crazy, but yeah, this is similar to the one that I found and sold. This is so beat up though. But if it were new, or if it were close to new, someone has it listed on eBay for like 60 bucks. So yeah, this can go for a lot, but not in this condition. Okay, so over here in the Pajamas section, we have some like recent Athleta up-tempo joggers. So I'll happily pick these up. This looks basically brand new, and Athleta this recent and in this style sells for like 25 to 30, and these are only $4. So I think that's an easy pickup. Okay, check this out. In the pajama section is this really pretty like caftan. The brand is Cruise Nitori. It's in very, very nice condition, and I'm seeing like really good comps for this brand. So for $7, I think there's a market for these. I know there's a market for these, like this style of item. So let's go for it. Okay, and speaking of nightgowns, don't sleep on the sleepwear section, no pun intended.
That's the joke.
Because this is a great brand. Lars, can I show it? Lars of Salzburg. There is 100% a market for this style of nightgown. I mean, you can see comps are like 40, 30, low end 20, but I'm actually quite confident I can get about $40 for this one. So yeah, I'm really, not Lars, Lands of Salzburg, sorry. Yeah, I'm excited about this. Okay, so this is a brand to 100% look out for. Minky Couture. Every time I found this, it's sold for like over $100. This is customized, which is a bummer, and it's like really small. But if I were to ever find like this blanket, which I did look over there and there wasn't one, yeah, it's worth a lot of money. So just something to kind of keep your eyes peeled for. Well, I would say that was a success. I'm really happy with what we found. We found some cool stuff, and now I'm like starving. Why am I always so hungry after thrifting? I swear I'm hungrier after thrifting than I am like exercising, swimming, doing anything else. So let's get a treat because we've earned it. You guys, it is snowing. I hate everything. Why? It's April. I just want warm weather. All right, so I have my work cut out for me. I'm back at home. I am enjoying my treat, and I actually made cinnamon rolls from scratch last night to put in the oven this morning. So this is my treat today. I've actually like been looking forward to these all thrift trip. I was like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to try them because they only just came out of the oven as I was leaving. So anyway, I'm gonna enjoy this. I'm gonna have my little drink. I'm so glad you guys could join me today. Please consider subscribing. We are so close to 200,000 subscribers, you guys. That's my goal for this year. I really want to hit that number. So if you guys don't mind subscribing, it would mean the world to me, and liking this video, all that great stuff. Thanks again, you guys. Take care, and I'll catch you in the next one.